Hey, it's Lon Welsh at Your Castle Real Estate, and I just got the May statistics for the Denver real estate market, so I wanted to share some of the highlights with you. I think the big headline is that we had 3,600 active listings for homes and condos, which is about a 70% increase from where we were at this time last year. So great progress in the right direction. Interesting though, historically we normally should have about 15,000 listings at this time of the year. So while it's an improvement in inventory, by no means are we at a normal sort of a level yet. There might be some limitations to getting more inventory coming up sometime soon. We saw that between 85 in 2007, the average homeowner would move about every 5 to 7 years. And since 2008, the homeowners are moving every 11 to 13 years. And there doesn't seem to be any uptick to where people are going to be moving more frequently. So that might be one limitation of more inventory. The other thing I'm worried about from an inventory standpoint is that we have all these people who bought homes in the last 3 or 4 years, or they refinanced, and now they're sitting on a 3.5% or a 4% interest rate. And if they think about, well, gosh, I could trade up and buy a new house, but it's going to be expensive, and I'm going to be on a 5 or 5.5% mortgage rate, that's going to slow down the pace of trade-ups for probably 6 to 12 months. So we will probably see the inventory increase gradually over the next few months, but it's not going to be like a rapid increase like we'd expect in historical sort of norms. The closing count was down about 5% from this time last year. And that's been a consistent trend so far this year. Historically, what we see is if the mortgage rates go up suddenly by a point or more, as they have, the last 5 times that happened in our market, the number of closings was down by 11% over the next year. So far here in Denver, we're down about 7 or 8%, so we're doing better than the historical trend, which is really encouraging. But I would expect that the sales count for this year will probably be down from last year, because that would just be historically what we would expect with this sort of market condition. So looking forward, what do we expect for July? Well, the number that's under contract at the end of May was down about 3% from the same period last year. So kind of continuing that trend that we talked about. Prices, oh my goodness, up 14% from this time last year. So the average single family here is now at $805,000 and the average condo is $495,000. So continuing to see pretty strong price appreciation. I think that that's going to be a lot less in the second half of the year, probably more in the 4 to 5% range, not this 14, 15 stuff that we've been seeing for the last couple of years. However, there's probably almost no chance of prices going down. And none of the economists that I've looked at have had any forecast for that either. Marketing times have been continuing to be very, very low, under 10 days for most listings. The average premium, since it's a little bit less competitive, since there's more listings on the market, it's not as difficult for buyers to get homes as it was. So the average premium above the asking price declined. It was only 5% last month as opposed to almost 7% back in April. So moving in the right direction from the buyer perspective there. So those are the main highlights. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know.